What's up guys, welcome back to FarmStrong. My name's Jack and thanks for joining me on the channel. Currently in one of the grain stores, which is looking nice and clean. Been busy cleaning a couple of them this week in anticipation for the start of harvest. And today is the day, it's Monday 29th of June, and we're gonna go and cut some winter barley. So just been out in the truck this morning with the moisture meter, having a little bit of a drive around. We knew stuff was going to be early, but I think we've probably surprised ourselves with how ready some of the crops are. So we're going to tuck in some barley. It was 13.1% on the moisture meter. It's just a crop of feed barley. We've got our new combine, or new to us combine this year, so we're going to get stuck into that. Hopefully we don't have any combine gremlins, but if we do, we'll get those out of the way today in prep for doing more this week. Header's on his way out. Running down to our farm. Look how long she is. 45 foot. Got the 724, it's chucked on one of the blue carts. We'll get it down to the other yard. I'm going to pop back up, get the 8-8 with another trailer in a second. Just got to get the trailers swept out and they'll be ready to go. Going to jump in a fork truck, get the grain pusher out, leave that by the shed. Sprayer's just in the way, so we'll shuffle that about so we can get at it. Sun is beaming. This is some King's Barn, I think. So this is just feed barley. Our seed crop wasn't ready yet. But first time with the 8900 in the field. Looks like we're on the phone trying to work out how to do something with it before we get going. But yeah, 13% moisture, and it just feels pretty crispy dry in here. So all that sun we've had and the late rain didn't really slow it up. So I think we've beat last year's start in terms of timing. I think we're into July by the time we started the barley last year. Anyway, it's nice that the adrenaline of harvest is finally kicked in. Buzzing to get cutting now. Get some barley in the shed. First barley being cut. We're going to be baling the straw. So we're leaving the swath. Dad's off to pick the first load up. That seriously hosses it out. Just heaping up in the shed with 2 fields in. Combine's back in the yard. Got 2 more fields just behind these sheds. All going fairly smoothly so far. tested the moisture, about 14.3 in the shed. Nice steady start to harvest, no dramas. Just showing the student how to push up. But I'm hungry, no lunch yet, so I'm off to get some. Just been having a look at the straw in the swath there, and actually surprised how much moisture there is in it. You can feel it's damp, which just being out in the walking in the crop just feels bone dry and crispy. But yeah, definitely going to need a little bit drying out before it's baled. So this field, that field there just across the ditch, just these two bits now to finish up today and hopefully get there with no issues. Come off my first little ride on the 8.9. Covered in dust. God, I hate dust. It's the only shit thing about harvest. Getting towards finishing up now. About 6 o'clock in the evening. Dad's just ran up the field to get another load. Probably another 2 or 3 in the field after that. And then we'll be calling it a day. Harvest always seems to take us by surprise. I mean, going out this morning, I didn't think we were going to be doing anything today. But yeah, it's good to crack on. Not loads of straw out the fields. Some places it's a bit thicker, but in some others it's a little bit thinner really, especially in a couple of thin areas out there. Header going back on the trolley. We wanted to get the combine out and iron out any niggles if we were going to have them. All gone pretty smoothly in the end. So a good first day at Harvest 2026. Packing up for the day. I've eaten a Twix, can of Coke. Combine's in the yard. Just sweeping out the trailers. There. Monday, over and out. It is a fairly sunny Tuesday morning now. Just standing in front of the heap from yesterday. Not sure what we've weighed in yet. I have to get the update from the numbers this morning, but at least a good start to harvest. Went smoothly. Got it all in the shed. Looks like not too much straw out in the fields, as I said. And yeah, we'll see a bit about the grain in here. Excitingly, we've got a new bit of gear turning up this morning. Chap's just phoned. It's not far away. We've got a mole plow, new mole plow that we purchased. So I'll grab a few videos of that turning up. She's arrived. Just one for us. We've got a Madewell molar from Hankins. So yeah, we've gone for a Madewell molar, which was from Hankins. I think they're up Northampton way. It's obviously, there's not loads of choice on the mould drainer market, but this is one we've had our eye on for a little while. And when I get our set, we'll perhaps have a little bit of a walk around, see what we spec'd on it, and yeah, and have a look over the machine. Undo that D-link for us, mate. So we're just busy this morning cleaning out our big grain store. So we've been blowing out the floors, got the end boards up here, had the fans on, blowing air down the tunnel, and been blowing out the floors here. So just do these sort of 2 or 3 at a time, and that just blows any crap out to the end, which we can come along and hoover up. We'll then have to blow down all the sides, the back and the tunnel, blow it all to the back of the shed and hoover it up, and we'll call it clean. But I'll just show you in the tunnel so you can see what I mean. We'll open up different vents along here. So yeah, lots of different vents. These ones are open, these ones are shut. So we can blow air down the tunnel through these vents. Finished up with the floors now. So got the compressor there, full truck with the man basket, and we'll blow all these walls, back wall, stirrer, all down on the ground, and then get it all at the back of the shed. Just come out to our barley that we cut on Monday, and Dad's just got the 724 with the front rake on and is just turning over the headland straw. So he's not turning any of the straw over on the land, just on the headlands here. There's a fair bit of dampness in it from when we combined it. It's feeling a lot drier now since then, but just where it's a bit thicker, this will help dry it out, ready for the baler, which may be here in a few days or so. We've got another field of barley to cut, and it looks like we'll be out cutting that barley tomorrow. That's a seed crop. So once we cut that, and that straw's looking good, we'll get the baler in, which will be a contractor, as we don't have a big baler. So you can see the front rake just picks it up, sort of turns it around and fluffs it a bit. So this barley's in a block of 19 hectares over 4 fields. Dad's just popped in the last field now. Yeah, you can see not mounds of straw in the row. Certainly not much for a 45-foot cart. We had more in the row last year with our smaller header. So it certainly doesn't look like much of a barley straw year, but we know these fields are a bit light because of some wireworm, so we'll see how our other crop does on the straw front, obviously when we combine it. Just rode down the field in the 8-8. It's looking quite pretty with its nose in the sun. It is now a very sunny Friday morning. It's about 10:30. We are going to be combining some barley later. but just flying around this morning, doing some more tidying up, and doing quite a bit of that yesterday too. All busy trying to get grain stores ready for harvest. I'm just up in our, what we call the stack yard, or our grass paddock. All the machinery lined up now, a few trailers and things down here too. So that's all out the sheds already. Been cleaning the grain stores, as you know, as you've seen. So all that kit is out the shed, ready so we can put grain and straw away nicely. So that'll live out here all summer, and then we'll slowly start tucking that away come winter time. But mole plow, I thought I'd show you around it. We decided to go for just a single leg plough in the end. You can get a double leg, but I think you need some, well, obviously dependent on conditions, but you need some serious horsepower really, I think, to pull a double leg pretty well. We will be putting the class 960 on this, so what are we, is that 460-ish? So that'll pull this single leg no problem, and probably the Fendt 828 won't have difficulty, obviously conditions dependent. But yeah, I don't know, there's a few different mold drainers on the market. Why do we go for this one? I think the main reason being a lot have this central beam in them, and we didn't want that all getting caught up and bound up in the straw. So this sort of runs on a sort of skids either side of the actual mold plough. Got a cutting disc here, and then we spec this unit with a press wheel as well. So that is an extra, but we obviously want that just to finish off the ground, hopefully fairly neatly. I should mention that you can get these trailed or mounted. As you can see here, we've gone for a mounted version. I think with our thought being that we can get better weight transfer and better traction on the rear wheels with a linkage mounted mole plough. And the linkage on these as well, you can see, is pretty low to the ground. So you can get a nice low working position on this one. This is set up to run with a shear bolt, so you can see that I've got a shear bolt in there, so that will break. That shear bolt will break if we hit anything too solid. It's got a front wearing shin here, and then obviously you've got the bullet at the bottom. Expander is here. We've got a ceramic expander. As I'm told, they last a lot longer than a steel one, and then a few spares chucked in here, a couple of bullets, a couple of shins, etc. So yeah, we'll be pleased to get this out and give this a go. Probably conditions this year aren't favourable for it, so whether it sits around for a little bit longer, we shall see. But yeah, we'll definitely get footage of it when we get it out in the field. Combine's heading up to field now, about 1 o'clock after lunch. Jump in the 307, take the header up. Combine just on its first lap round the headland. I'm in the old girl today. Drive her steady and look after her. Just having a look in the row here, and you can see there's a fair bit of green in it. So the straw really not ideal. But grain telling us it was ready, but we'll take a sample off the first load from the combine, see what it's saying. Spouts out, first load of harvest for me. Just done a moisture test, 11.7, so yeah, gonna crack on, grain's ready. Probably gonna be pretty steady with the green straw, but yeah, no reason not to crack on with that result. Waiting for my second load now. Yeah, as I've said, this is a seed crop. It's a kestrel which we grow for Syngenta. It's a 6-row hybrid barley, feed barley. So yeah, obviously challenging conditions this year. It'll be interesting to see how it yields. Just watching the combine, it's been going around fairly steady to start with, I think, with this green straw, and we've actually just got demonstrator out from class who's just arrived to hop on the combine. That's a combine new to us this year. I think he's just going to help Paul get some of the settings dialed in on it. Yeah, make sure it's all singing, all dancing for us. It'll be interesting to see what this crop's yielded. Doesn't look like an awfully big heap in the shed. The telemetry from the combine on the class app is telling me it's done 11 tonne a hectare, which is completely unbelievable. So maybe something a bit awry on that, but we'll just have to add up the weights from the trailers and find out. Proper bit of blue sky. A few clouds on the horizon, I guess. Pretty good up here, though. Just had a walk out in the crop because it really doesn't feel like the field's yielding very well with the heat we got in the shed. And just look at the difference in the size of the ear and number of grains on those. On the one on the left, you know, it's half the size of the one on the right. So I don't know if we've got more of the one on the left than we have on the one on the right, but it's certainly quite a big difference between those two ears. Perhaps that's something to say about the yield. And that's the green straw I'm talking about. So you can see, that's where the combine's cut out. We're not in a tram line or anything here. Got a cooked flag leaf there. And then leaf 2, still green. And that is the barley harvest finished up. Last bit going in the trailer. And that's a wrap for this week's video, guys. It's great to be filming some harvest content. At times it's felt like quite a long winter and spring and a bit steady at times, but the adrenaline of harvest is finally kicked in. And as always, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Take it easy and see you on the next one.